Bruh.
What in the fuck is that, man?
That's so lit. Bro, we all died on the ship. Oh my god. Hello, y'all. Welcome to a new day of throwing. The thing that I'm changing up today is I'm gonna do one edited video. You know, I don't know why, but recently I've had, I always will throw, no matter what, right? But I've been seeing that my edited video, my shorts, are becoming more and more stale, right? They're starting to blend in and not really do anything new and fresh. So what I'm going to try to do is just do one edited thing alongside two pots of me just talking, right? And maybe that would change in the future even some more. But for now, oh, I just got some clay in my eye. It's unfortunate. But for now, I'm just going to do it this way and see if it changes anything, because I still need to make those edited videos. But I think I've been quite liking these sort of talking videos. So I gotta make sure I'm doing both, right? But I can't just sacrifice the one that I'm really responding to right now, which is the talking videos. I guess today I'll tell you guys a little bit about what I did today. So today I cleaned up a little bit, did some laundry and dishes and just stuff like that, right? But the ceramic thing was kind of cool. 2 days ago I loaded a kiln with my students. It was kind of our last glaze day, right? And so I sat down with them in this space, and I was like, we got to fill up this cart. Anything that goes in this cart, I'll load it and I'll put it in the kiln tonight. And so I loaded it all up. I glazed all of my stuff, and they glazed a lot of their stuff, and we filled a whole kiln, which was really exciting. There's a gentleman who, I don't know, I think he just wants to go home, He's like the guy who locks up the place, and so he's always just making sure I'm done by 10. And I don't think he's gonna admit it, but I think he really just wants to get home as soon as possible, which is totally fine. I can't imagine him that being his dream job, so I get it, But that was being nice, and I was like, I give him my cups away to my students. You want one? And then looked at him, and he just walked away, and I was like, oh, okay. And then I was like, so you gonna take one or not? Later when I bumped into him, he's like, no, I got full cupboards. And I just laughed to myself a little bit. I was like, bro, you can just tell me you don't want one. It's not really that big of a deal. And then he was he was all good, and I was like, well, I gotta finish loading this kiln, but I'll be out by 10. And then he shut the lights off on me, and I was like, oh my gosh. I don't know if he did it on as a malicious thing. Like I said, I think he just wants to get home, but it was just kind of a funny interaction. And then today I went back to go get the pots that I loaded up, and it had me thinking about something, because as I was unloading them, it's just 50 of them, maybe a little bit more than 50 of my stuff, right? And I was getting ready to move it all out to my car, and then a lot of these people kept coming up to me oh, whoa, setting up for the holiday sale, I see. And I was like, no. And they're like, why are you making so many? And I was just I had to think about it. I forget that to some people, the amount that I make is a lot, right? But I think about it sometimes, and I'm like, I actually don't think the amount I make is a lot, right? it's just because it's something that I do like a large majority of my life. That's the only reason that it's like, to some people it's so much, right? And I also think there was like a study or something that if you spend like 18 minutes a day at one activity, you'll be better at the end of a year than 90% of humans at that particular activity, right? And so like for me, I was like, damn. Like if these people just did it for 18 minutes a day, I don't think they'd think that like those 50 cups were really that many, right? It's just I think a lot of people, they haven't built up their tolerance for that, right? And you also got to remember a lot of these people that are in these classes, they are only in class for like 3 hours, right? You know, they're not accustomed to like 12, 15-hour days in the studio. And so I gotta remember that as well. But the stuff turned out great. I wish I would have taken photos. Some of the stuff, like I made some like goblets I told you guys for the Friendsgiving, and it's really green, but I'm like, these are like, can imagine red wine, red and green for like that Christmas holiday, you know? So I was thinking that maybe that'd be kind of a good color scheme, and they turned out okay. I gotta get some more water after this, huh? But they turned out okay. And I got a lot of just like normal cups. They turned out okay. I finished the ones that I put that stamp on the side of it. Finished those, so probably for tomorrow's video, maybe I'll stop in there in the morning. Or when oh no. Oh no. Oh no. It's terrible. So you guys I'm gonna have to mute up here. Sorry, guys. Sorry about that. I dropped my microphone in clay. Alright, let's do a nice little spiral thing here. I'll drop those off, but they turned out okay. I'm happy with them. So I'll show you guys those probably tomorrow morning. They're blue and white. The blue ones actually turned out pretty great, even though I hate blue. Oh, that was a good save. So I'll give those out tomorrow. And I think it will be a fun experience. I hope somebody's there. Oh my gosh. If nobody's there again, I'm going to be like, I feel like that's the trend for these videos, is just things not working out the way they should. But I'll be good. And then on my way back from unloading and loading up my car with all those objects, what's it called? I wanted to get some food, so I went to Kroger and I got some meat and stuff. And then all of a sudden, as I was walking out, when I was going in, I guess, there was a woman doing like Christmas caroling and ringing a bell, and she was like in her Christmas spirit. And I was just thinking about it, and I saw some videos, and they were talking about how like the Christmas, like when we were kids, was like way better than Christmas now. And I thought about it, I was like, oh, totally, yo. Christmas back in the day, like people were going crazy for the Christmas spirit, yo. And so ever since like I guess like my generation and I guess millennials as well, getting older, I think they sort of like gave up on Christmas spirit and not holiday spirit, right? You got to remember, it's the adults that were the ones who sort of really made that happen. And adults nowadays, I don't think really have the time or energy to do that sort of stuff. I gotta get some more water, so you guys are gonna be looking at a blank screen for a second. But I can keep talking to you guys. But Christmas when we were young was just so like vivid, whereas Christmas now is just a bit slow. So when I saw this woman doing that, what is it called? Like Christmas caroling, I decided I would go to my car after I got my stuff, and I'd give her like one of the like goblets. And she was so funny because, as I was just saying, for the green and red wine looks very Christmassy, right? The first thing she did was, I told her I was a potter and I wanted to give her it because, her smile and her attitude was just like really shining, So I was just telling her like I appreciate people doing that Christmas stuff because it just doesn't happen anymore. She was really appreciative, obviously, that I did that, and then as soon as she grabbed the goblet, she was like, "Wine in here," and I was laughing. I was like, I took her out of the Christmas spirit for a second. It was so funny. And then I ended up, let's see here. I ended up going back to my car, and it felt pretty good to do something. And as I was walking away, it was kind of, when you're walking away, but then somebody's like still trying to talk to you, but like you ended the conversation, but they're not like talking to you. They're talking to themselves about the interaction. Because she was just like, as I was walking away, she was like, "Oh my God, look at this," It's like, bro, chill. But again, that's like the powers that you have when you can make things, and you can make a lot of things, right? Like, and that's where it spawned maybe a new idea I had, right? That maybe this year for Christmas, I make just a couple of like ceramic cup sets, right? And I package them in presents, and then I go around. Maybe I make so if I make 4 cups for each package, how many is that? Well, maybe I should use these Runyon boxes. Oh shit! I have all these clay boxes. You know what? I could probably fill up 9 of them in a box, but maybe I'd just do 4 with some tissue paper or something, or newspaper. And then I'll go to all these places around where I live, like houses, and just dress up as like Santa or some shit, and then go around and gift presents away. Cup Santa. So I think I'm gonna do that. It kind of inspired me. Like, if I want people to have like a good Christmas holiday spirit, right? I gotta also participate in that. So that was kind of my big idea of the day. So, and like when I was seeing some of the cups, I was like, these are just the cups that I made, some of them are just very normal cups, nothing too special, nothing fancy. So part of me is thinking like, I don't really know, but if they were in a set, I feel like they would look nice, right? So that's where I got the idea of having them in a set. But yeah. All right. We'll get back to the clay here. I totally threw that. The first one, that first pot, it turned out okay. Where is it at? Over there. I think I sort of kind of messed up on the top part there, right, on that other pot. And so this time I gotta make sure I keep that top edge compressed enough so I can do some more poles and get that height that I want without it getting off center towards that top. Roll over the fingers. So that one was kind of a quick pull, but it also was a good pull. You can see it kept it on center. I'm thin right below there, so that's kind of a problem area, but that'll be okay. So we're gonna go up, roll over the fingers. And slow that down. So when we get to the top, we don't stretch out right underneath. And that fixed it, right? So now the thickness is all equal through that, at least this from here up. And then the top is obviously a little bit thicker. Come on, why does it always do that? It's okay. We got that. Now we're gonna go do a compression pull here. Got some good lines in here, and I'm already stretching out that top. So let's just go for it here. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Ripped it there. That's okay. Great. So we're just gonna make sure our fingers are tight there. So then I have a spot, sort of twist them. Spot's got some real movement to that body there. Got a lot of rippage, so I can't pull it out any more than what I got it here. This one's okay. So I got quiet there. I started seeing that I got a rip like right in here, and as soon as I got that rip, I had to like zone in, or else I was gonna lose that pot. Again, going right up underneath, and I'm just keeping an eye while I'm working on that bottom. I'm just looking at the top, right? I'm not looking at the bottom part. I'm just waiting because I can see it moving. I can see it wanting to collapse, and if it falls, I want to try to catch it, but also it could just rip and be fine. And look at how like twisted. And, oh wow! I still left a lot of clay on the inside of the pot, or water on the inside, so that could be bad for the future of this pot. Here I am. I'm going to take my knife in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. And I'm doing these ones a little bit tighter. Great. And so maybe there'll be some more action on the bottom part here. I'm really keeping an eye on it. I mean, you guys can probably see it better on your view. How much is it really getting twisted down over? I mean, it is like on its last limb there. It's even ripping the clay apart. I mean, if it could just stay like that, yeah, that'd be sick. All right. You know what, maybe we don't even, I feel it. It's about to do its thing. Oh, Oh. You see, you gotta just be ready. And so I still want to keep some of that that twist to it though. So we'll just try to set it back towards the center there. And you can see the rippage happening on this thing. I mean, that's going to be kind of cool. So we'll keep it like this. We'll water our fingers down here. We're going to thin out these. Great. All right, there we go. And so since I'm compressing the clay, the clay, even though it's like thinner in that top part, it's stiff, like it's sturdy, it's dense. It doesn't just want to like flop off, right? So that's kind of the exciting part with it there. But all right, here's the last one. You can see that spire on the interior there with some cool stuff happening. We got these rips on this edge here. Look at that. I mean, it's just a crazy looking one. So thank you guys for watching. All the best. Strong mentality. Peace.